County Board of Education, where our mission is ensuring an excellent education for every child in Harris County. And our vision is one community committed to the well-being and preparation of every student for lifelong success in a global society. And this evening, Spencer Bowden is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you please come forward, sir? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Spencer. So that will take us to item C, that the Harris County Board of Education review and approve the August 8th, 2024 monthly regular meeting agenda as presented. Do I have a motion? Ms. Oliver, seconded. Mr. Proctor, any discussion? All in favor? And that will take us to item D, that the Harris County Board of Education review and approve the attached meeting minutes from the board meetings held in July of 2024. I assure that everyone has reviewed those. I did not get any revisions from Ms. Ashley. So at this time, I will call for a vote. Mr. Goodnow, second, Dr. Sparks, any discussion? All in favor? So moved. That will take us to item E, the public participation portion of our meeting. Dr. Finney, I'm sorry. Did we have any members of the public sign up to speak this evening?
We have no one signed up to speak. No one has contacted me to speak.
All right. So that would take us to item F in our action agenda and item F1, that the Harris County Board of Education review and approve the attached proposed tabled revision to board policy DJED, bids and quotations. That has set on the table the required 30 days. And at this time, I will entertain a motion that we approve that new policy. Mr. Green, second. Mr. Proctor, discussion? All in favor? Oh, go ahead, Mr. Green.
I just want to say, Mr. Ellington, I'm assuming you reviewed this. Do you have any concerns or anything with the?
I have reviewed.
Good question, Mr. Green. Any other discussion? All right, so we have a motion made and a second. All in favor? So that will take us to item F2, that the Harris County Board of Education review and approve the attached proposed tabled revision to board policy GAMA, drug-free workplace. That has also set on the table for the required 30 days. And at this time, I will entertain a motion that we approve that revision. Mr. Goodnow, second, Ms. Oliver. Discussion?
That's the same question, Mr. Ellington.
Same answer.
All right, so motion has been made and seconded. At this time, I will entertain a motion, or all in favor? So moved. So that will take us to item F3, that the Harris County Board of Education review and approve the attached list of 20-day additional tutors. Dr. Finney discussed those with us in detail and who those additional tutors would be. At this time, I will entertain a motion that we approve item F3. Mr. Proctor, second. Ms. Oliver, any discussion? All in favor? So moved. And that will take us to item F4, that the Harris County Board of Education review and approve the attached proposed request from Harris County High School for out-of-state athletic field trips. Dr. Finney, did you have anything you wanted to talk about on that one before we take the vote?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On this high school cross-country field trip to Huntsville, we had them revise this to take school bus transportation rather than relying on parents and coaches with their personal vehicles. We felt that was safer with less liability. So you'll see down there in the transportation details, they've requested the round trip to Huntsville via school bus. So we'll be providing that.
Very good. So this time I'll entertain a motion that we approve item F4. Mr. Proctor, seconded by Mr. Green. Any discussion? All in favor? All right, yes.
I want to just make a comment or a statement real quick. So Dr. Finney, I know we have discussed this in length a little bit. This is going to be the new standard for all of our field trips for all of our schools going forward. Is that correct?
For out-of-state field trips, yes. Um, you know, there are some field trips that we do over and over every year, but I feel better that it's safer with less liability if they would apply each year for those field trips, because there are small changes to the itineraries and things like that.
Very good. All right, so that will take us to item F5, that the Harris County Board of Education review and approve the attached FY 25 CTAE Perkins local plan for Harris County High School. Did you have anything you wanted to mention? We did both. Did you have anything you wanted to discuss on that?
No, not on the Perkins grant. This is just the assurance that the state requires us to provide that says we will spend this money, and you have a list of the grants that we have back here, that we will spend it in accordance with the state rules and the way it was intended.
Correct. All right, so at this time, I'll entertain a motion that we approve item F5. Mr. Lip, seconded by Mr. Green. Any discussion? All in favor? And that will take us to item F6, that the Harris County Board of Education review and approve the attached proposed social media class action agreement. I'm going to give Mr. Ellington just a little bit of time right here to talk on this, if you would, please, sir.
Sure, I got it. Yeah, so this contract is to engage the services of counsel that are at the national level pursuing cases that are already pending against a group of social media companies, TikTok, Meta, Facebook. Those cases are ongoing. You'd be joining that group. It has not yet been certified as a class, so it's at the formative stages. But these counsel that are here in this agreement, these are the ones that are nationally sort of steering the case on behalf of other school districts that you'd be joining. The basic theory is that these companies have put out a product that young people, become, if not addicted to, they're using it all the time. And it's not just because it's fun, it's because the products are designed with an algorithm that get them, using it all the time. And that as a consequence of that, basically, you're having impacts in your school day for things like disciplinary issues that arise out of it, maybe some distraction, attention deficit disorder type issues. It manifests itself in a lot of different ways, but that's sort of the view from 30,000 feet. But what you'd be doing tonight is hiring this group of attorneys that are already representing a number of school districts across the country in this action.
Mr. Ellington, you just mentioned one word in that, hiring. We're not officially hiring them. We're just kind of joining the crusade. Is that basically it?
No, so this actually is an agreement to retain these listed attorneys here. And they're the ones who are, they're not technically class counsel yet because the class hasn't been certified, but they're acting on behalf of the group of school districts and other plaintiffs that are bringing the case against the social media companies. Yes, sir.
And we're not looking to get any kind of financial gain out of this whatsoever. We are supporting this because it supports our policies that we have in place regarding social media and things like that are in the handbook, and that that is what we are supporting.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes, ma'am.
While we're not looking to seek financial gain, since we're hiring someone, do we have any liability for financial?
No, you would only pay the attorneys here or the costs associated with the case if there is a recovery, and it would come out of that. So, but that's a long way down the road, and everyone needs to know that, the case, may not turn out favorably, that doesn't mean you would owe money. You wouldn't owe money even if the case doesn't turn out favorably, but, so but the costs would not be borne by the district, even if the case was lost.
All right, so this time I will entertain a motion that we approve item F6, social media class action. Mr. Green, seconded by Mr. Proctor. Any discussion? All in favor? So moved. That will take us to item F7, that the Harris County Board of Education review the current 2024 tax digest and 5-year history of levy, which was published in the July 25th, 2024 and the August 1st, 2024 issues of the Harris County Journal, and approve the millage rate for the 2024 calendar year be set at 16.5 mills, same as 2023 and 2024. Mr. Goodnow, seconded by Dr. Sparks. Any discussion? All in favor? So moved. And that will take us to item G1, that the Harris County Board of Education review the attached quarterly reports from all principal accounts for the quarter ending June 30, 2024. I do believe those were in our packets last week.
They were.
Does anyone have any discussion regarding that? All right, so at this time, I will entertain a motion that we approve item G1, the quarterly reports. Mr. Lip, second. Mr. Proctor, any discussion? All in favor? And that will take us to item G2, that the Harris County Board of Education review for approval of the attached major purchases report for July of 2024.
I have a question
Yes, sir.
about the major expenses. Dr. Freeney, I noticed on here, there's an open purchase order listed for Malone Office Environments Incorporated. And then, of course, I see, Amazon for supplies. I guess I understood at some point in recent past, that we were now doing all of our office supply request through Amazon. So I'm just curious as to what is this, might as well say $13,000 from Malone Office Equipment.
I will have to check with finance on the details of. those
Dr. Finney.
purchases. Go ahead.
So, we are doing most of our supplies through Amazon. However, this year, the very end of last year, we had a representative from Malone Office Supplies out of Columbus come to see us. And one thing that they can provide us at a better price than Amazon is our copy paper.
Okay.
And so because Amazon does have shifting prices on their copy paper, Malone Office Supply was able to get us a fixed price on that, and they could deliver it right to the door of each school. And so this is mostly copy paper on this Malone Office Supplies. There probably are a few other things that the schools probably just were like, can we throw in expo markers and things like that, since we're already getting the paper delivered? But because they were, again, able to get us just that fixed price, and we weren't going to have to guesstimate what Amazon's price for copy paper was going to be for this week, we decided to go ahead and use them for copy paper supply.
I appreciate that explanation. I don't know really how the process works. I do know that before we went to Amazon, we had for years, we had a relationship with another office supplier. And I'm just curious if they could meet the same obligation, or if they were given the opportunity, but that's good to know. Thank you. Because we had a long-term relationship with them, and they may or may not have the same offer. But when I saw Malone, I just thought it was interesting that we had abandoned that relationship, and now we have a new relationship.
So yes, we still follow the three rule, which is you need to have three bids or at least get three different prices before you choose the one, and we still follow that. So we did follow that procedure.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Dr. Finney, did you have any comment on any of this?
I don't, I'm subject to any more questions.
Any additional questions?
I got one real quick, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
On the new furniture from H.E. Hodge, I mean, is
Mhm.
that across, I'm assuming that's across the whole school system?
Yes, that was some classrooms at New Mountain Hill that they needed to add. It was some classrooms at Creekside that they needed to add as well. I think it was 4 or 5 total classrooms that they had to add. Yep.
And I see Mr. Dodeland, William Dodeland, Pine Ridge Drainage and STC Land Improvement, fencing, gates, demo.
Yep.
All those projects are completed, correct?
All those projects from him are completed,
And you're satisfied with the work that was completed?
very much so.
Very good.
And the only other project that's not really completed is the parking lot. But if you've gone down there and seen that, it is massive and it looks very good. And it's going to solve their parking problems.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I went over to Creekside the other day, take a look at our drainage spot in the back, and you're right, it had grown up so much. You didn't realize when I went over there and saw how big that retention area was, I
That
said,
one retention pond is a 3-acre pond.
I know, I was gonna say that was humongous. And we're gonna have to pay to keep it.
Probably what we're going to be looking at moving forward to keep those things maintained so we don't get back in the same situation that we were in is we'll probably just have a contract to manage those things where they're cut once or twice a year at least. And of course, we'll bid that out.
Yeah, because that one, it's been years since that
Mhm.
one was done.
Probably since the school was built.
Yeah.
Very good. Any other questions regarding the major purchases report? All right, at this time, I'll entertain a motion that we approve item G2. Mr. Lip, second. Ms. Oliver, any discussion? All in favor? All right, and that will take us to item G3, that the Harris County Board of Education review for approval of the attached financial report for July of 2024.
So this was not in your packets last week, so I'll give you a little bit of time to check this out and review it. But you can see that the remaining fund balance is good. I mean, that comes with some caveats because it won't be until September that things really start to level out because we're still collecting some revenue from late incoming tax revenue from last year. And but overall, that's a good number.
Any questions regarding the financial report? All right, so at this time I will entertain a motion that we approve item G3. Mr. Proctor, seconded by Mr. Goodnow. Any discussion? All in favor? So moved. That will take us to item G4, that the Harris County Board of Education review for approval the attached SNP financial report for July of 2024.
And this was not in your packet last week, so if you want to take a few seconds to review this, we don't have, of course, any participation rates yet because the kids just started today. I was in several of the cafeterias today, though, and especially at the high school, I saw a lot of kids eating lunch. Yeah, and it was a great lunch. It was a great lunch too. The tater tots were perfect, but you can see the ending fund balance there.
Spencer agrees with you.
Spencer agrees with it. Okay. But you can see the ending fund balance there is really good. And I just commend Mr. Johnson and all of his team for the work that they've done because not only are they improving the services and they're being very fiscally responsible, but they're also they're also modernizing some of the cafeterias with new equipment and those kind of things. So it's good shape.
Also too, I see Mrs. Baker put in, the information on our, food scores for all of our facilities, which
Yes.
100% for
yeah.
all of them, which I
Yeah,
think
thank-
we continue to stay at 100%
Yeah.
for several years now, I believe.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me of that, Mr. Goodnow. You guys do have that handout that Ms. Baker added at the last minute here because she wanted to make sure that those folks got the recognition. And I had the pleasure of going to the school nutrition department meeting the other day, and it was just great. It's phenomenal. And we could not do what we do without that group of wonderful people.
All right, so at this time, I will entertain a motion that we approve item G4. Dr. Sparks, Ms. Oliver, second. Any discussion? All in favor? So moved. And that will take us to item H, where members of the Harris County Board of Education share news and information they might have with the public. And this evening, I'm going to start with Mr. Proctor.
I don't have anything other than to say, I hope everybody had a good first day. From Dr. Penny's report this morning, some of my good news this morning, so I guess we just say, keep rolling and they continue to do what we're doing.
Very good. Mr. Green.
Yes, thank you. I just want to say thank you, Ms. Carlisle and your team for another wonderful kickoff on Friday. Always good to see everybody in the whole system get together at one big convening at the high school auditorium. Dr. Finney, I enjoyed your speech. I hope you're not a guest, as you mentioned. But I mean, it was a very encouraging speech, and it was always enjoyed looking at back and hearing of your mentors that you had coming through that were educators and got you into education. So I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
I want to say congratulations. I think our ladies softball team is already off to a good start. I think they won yesterday and beat Columbus. And I know our football team has a scrimmage this evening up at LaGrange High before they kick off season next week. But I wish everybody a very safe and happy and successful school year that they're getting ready to go into. And I know everybody's excited to be back and glad to have everybody back. So everybody have a great school year.
Mr. Lip.
Yes, thank you. And so, Ms. Carlisle, I'll say to you and your team, how much I enjoyed the kickoff as well. That is a great event, and you all pulled that off seemingly smoothly. I know there's a lot of work that goes behind that. Ms. Longshore, Sergeant, as a part, it takes a lot of folks. But anyway, your team spearheads it, so please pass our appreciation on to Kevin and the rest of your team for doing that. And speaking of Ms. Longshore, Sergeant, I want to say congratulations to all of the teachers of the year and the support personnel of the year that were announced during that event. And since you're here in person, I'll say congratulations to you, Valerie. Also, wanted to say I appreciate some members of the community, a little group front porch gang that is partners with Park Elementary. They fed Park Elementary on Monday and had a chance to just encourage those teachers. And so I appreciate those gentlemen in the community doing that, as well as Dr. Dow for allowing us to serve the teachers and the staff on Monday. That's all I have.
Mr. Ellington. Mr. Goodnow.
Well, I want to thank everyone too. Did not able to have the chance to attend the opening, but I heard great things about it and commend everyone. Hope everyone had a good start of school back today. Everything went pretty great. All the air conditioning was still working. But also want to thank Mr. Lip for filling in since he was right down the line from Garnet myself at the presentation. So I appreciate that. But other than that, that's it. Thank you.
Ms. Oliver.
Yes, I just wanted to say, I so hated I wasn't able to be with you all on Friday for the kickoff, but we were finishing up putting the roof on the church in Jamaica, and I was getting text messages from teachers and from from staff saying what an amazing job Dr. Finney did. For you to share your story just made you very real and very approachable. And they were just like in tears at some point. Did anybody record it? I'd love to hear it. Did anybody? Oh, okay, great. Could you do it again? No, I'm just kidding. Right now. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I just what a beautiful start to the whole year. And I'm so grateful for everybody there. Everyone said there was an energy in that room that was so positive and so looking forward to a great year. And it starts at the top, that we're grateful for you. And hope everybody has a great year. And that's all. I'll hold it for you.
I appreciate
Dr.
that.
Sparks.
Thank you. So ditto to what everyone has said. I would like to congratulate our FBLA. They went to national.
Mm.
That's very impressive. So congratulations to those students who were working hard during the summer. Congratulations to the cafeteria staff, 100. I look at those scores when I
So
go to
hard.
restaurants. So
Mm.
thank you.
Mhm.
And have a great school.
Dr. Finney.
Where do I begin? So it was a great back to school event, and thank you to Ms. Carlisle and her team. But also a couple of other events that they put together, of course, was the new teacher orientation, which may not have had the press that the back to school got, but it was a fantastic way to introduce our new teachers. And most impressive was the parapro training at Harris County Carver Middle School this week, where we had all of our paraprofessionals in one room. And West Georgia RESA came down. They arranged for West Georgia RESA to come down. And our parapros got a wide selection of professional training, from classroom management to literacy to math to assisting in the classroom. And it was just, it was better training than a lot of teachers get some places. It was just really, really good. And those parapros really appreciated that we are investing in them. And another good session of training was the special ed teachers were all together this week. And it's hard to put them together when you are in pre-planning and all of that stuff. But I went over there, and that was some really good training as well, provided by West Georgia RESA to meet the needs of our special needs students. We had a great start to the school year today. At least nobody's telling me any differently. Of course, we had some normal things that we'll be working on, but I just want to commend all of these school administrators, the teachers, every staff member in this district for committing to do what they do, because only they can do what they do in their areas, and all of the operational departments. I visited every school today, and it was just fantastic. I felt the energy too. And I feel like there's a vibe there that's very, very positive. So I'm excited. It seems like everybody else is excited. So I hope we just continue on this way, because it was a great start to the year. I wanted to also mention Mr. Dunn has recently found out from Kia that they want to donate a lab car for us for our auto shop. So Mr. Ellington, I'll be sending you that contract tomorrow so you can review it in case Mr. Green asks. And so you can tell me, but Kia wants to donate a brand new car to our auto shop lab so that the kids can get in there and tear it apart and learn about it. So the contract is basically, we can't drive it out on the road, and we can't assign it to somebody. And so I'll get you that, but very encouraging for our auto shop. So there's even a possibility out here that we might get 2. So more on that. So again, just a great start to the year. I'm thankful for everybody in the district, and we'll do it all again tomorrow.
So I too want to echo the sentiments of all of the members that went, and Dr. Finney that went before me. Welcome back to all of our staff. Welcome back to our students. We are looking forward to a great year. We have had several students that have been on campus preseason. Our band members have been working hard. Our football, softball teams have been working hard. Our cheerleaders have been, I wasn't going to leave them out. Our cheerleaders have been working hard. And those students give up part of their summer vacation to come in and start preparing for, a season that's going to start in just a few weeks, and softball, who's already started. So thank them for their time, our coaches and coaching staff that give of their time for our student athletes during their summer breaks. Even though they are compensated for that, it's still time away from their families. And I like to thank you for all of that, and everyone that's been in our buildings, getting everything ready, been to the central office, getting everything ready, and all of our programs set up so that we can start seamlessly. I too did not hear anything about today's events, so everything went off without a hitch that I know of. So kudos to everybody that adapted to some new traffic patterns and things like that. Thank you to our parents for being willing to adapt to some new changes as we pick up and drop off at our schools, trying to alleviate traffic on those busy state highways and some local roads, and to get our traffic out from in front of our neighbors that are around our schools. I want to congratulate all of our teachers and support people of the year that were recognized at the kickoff. Unfortunately, I was not able to be there, neither was Mr. Goodnow. I heard we had a good pinch hitter in Mr. Lip. I want to thank you for handling that for us in our absence. And I also heard we had a good guest speaker, but again, I'm going to echo the sentiments of Mr. Green. You are not a guest speaker. You may have been that one, but no more. You only get that moniker one time. So let's have a good year. And we wish all of you the best, and we're here to support you any way we can. So at this time, I will entertain a motion that we be excused to executive session to discuss or deliberate upon the appointment, employment, compensation, hiring, disciplinary action or dismissal, or periodic evaluation or rating of a public officer or employee, or to interview applicants for the position of superintendent. Do I have a motion? Mr. Goodnow, second. Mr. Green, any discussion? All in favor? We will be excused to executive session. All right, at this time, I'll entertain a motion that we exit executive session. Dr. Sparks, second. Mr. Green, any discussion? All in favor? All right, at this time, I will entertain a motion that we approve the personnel recommendations made by the superintendent. Mr. Lip, second. Ms. Oliver, any discussion? All in favor? And at this time, I will make a motion that we adjourn for the evening. Do I have a second? Mr. Green, any discussion? All in favor? So moved. We stand adjourned.